In my city, that's where God belongs. In my city, 'cause we run it anyway. We run it.
Look, Psalms 14:1. You know, he says in his heart, God don't exist. Fudo, who created the stars, planets like ours, Pluto and Mars. You need the proof, though the truth is so in the art. This the living God that I serve, made everything in a minute with a single word. If you're taking care of the beast and even the birds, if it's true for taking care of the people, a greater worth. Don't you see our sin brought a curse? Christ redeemed us, now I know my prayers work. Since we believe he interceded, we are soldiers in army, our sergeant is he. Our weapons are not carnal, yo, we start on our knees. We are a movement of the young, on fire and we zealous for the honor of our Father that's in heaven. Bring him in.
Yeah, man, God belongs in our city. God belongs in our city.
Father, your word says no flesh shall glory before you. So we are not here to magnify ourselves, but to glorify you. Father, to stop, to pause and say, you know what, there is a God in heaven who confused the tongues on that Tower of Babel and said, you know what, I know that if they put their minds to it, they can all come together and do one thing, one great thing. But right now we shift our agenda and we say, we do it for you. Not for the glory of this flesh, but for the glory of the God of heaven, who called us, who preordained us on this day, who made this beautiful weather on this day, so that we can proclaim the name that is above every name. And your word, my God, says this, that every knee shall bow, and every tongue shall confess that Jesus Christ is Lord.
That's in heaven,
my God.
In my city.